need to
Hey, quiet down.
Alright everyone, get all settled in. I don't even have to yell really today. Everyone's already quiet. This is nice, thank you.
It's cold, we're tired.
Alright, is this anyone's
and welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it's in progress because it is disruptive to others. Smoking or vaping should be done away from all entrances out of respect for those who choose not to partake in that. Please do not smoke or vape by the doors. And please dispense of all trash into the garbage and do not litter on our premises.
Thanks, Dustin. Who's got the guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery?
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Number 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, families, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. Number 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation, self-pity lead to self-destruction. Number 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives and not further their usage. Number 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. Finally, number 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent.
Thanks, Eric. Who's got What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson?
What racing for recovery means to me are: respect yourself enough to quit using. A, accept the challenges that lie ahead. C, commit to your recovery. I, include friends and family on your journey. N, never doubt your will to succeed. G, give yourself credit for your accomplishments. F, focus on the positive things you want in life. O, overcome your fears and keep moving forward. R, remember the reasons you are seeking sobriety. R, reach out to others to give and receive support. E, expect holes in the road, choose another road. C, care for your body. We only get one in this lifetime. O, open your heart, mind, emotions, and spirit. B, victory comes from a balanced lifestyle. E, educate yourself on all aspects of recovery. R, racing for recovery saves lives. Y, you will learn that with sobriety, anything is possible.
Thank you. It's time for introductions. Now as we go around the room, tell us who you are and why you came. You don't have to say you're an addict or an alcoholic, but you can if that helps you.
Hi, my name's Dustin. I'm here tonight to reinforce the lifestyle that I live today.
I'm Pat. I'm here for the positivity and to see all my friends and family, and it's just nice being here.
I'm Dean. I'm here tonight for balance.
Hi, I'm Tanya, and I'm here to race for my own recovery and learn what that meaning really is. Find the full story behind that.
I'm Chris. I come here to find inner peace. I'm Jordan. I'm here to start this week on a positive note. I'm Nate. I'm here to learn.
I'm Marlon. I'm here to learn.
I'm Scott, and I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Dan. Excuse me. I'm here for a new way of living.
I'm Craig. I come to Racing for Recovery to learn and adapt to a healthy lifestyle. And Racing for Recovery fills the voids that were empty that I used to use drugs and alcohol and sex to fill.
I'm Jacob. I'm here for a new lifestyle.
I'm Frank here. I'm here to learn how to stay sober, and it does help to have a lot of people to talk to. I thank you all.
JT, and I'm here to keep an open mind and remain teachable.
I'm Adam. I'm here because I like all the people that surround us. I like the meetings and the structure.
I'm Eric, and I'm here tonight because it's just one more positive thing that I could be doing to sustain sobriety.
I'm Michael. I'm here to be a better father.
Keith, I'm here to keep learning and I'm here for the positive atmosphere.
I'm Chad. I'm here for the support and to keep learning.
John, here first to improve my life.
I'm David. I'm here to hear other people's opinion on what you read tonight in the book. Get insight, their insight into it.
That's all. I'm here for balance.
I'm Jim. I'm here to keep the chaos out of my life a little bit.
I'm Lynn. I'm here to stay sober.
I'm here to strive.
I'm Sarah. I'm here to learn some awesome stuff so I can apply it to my life. And I'm here to support really good friends on their birthday.
I'm Sarah, and I'm here to be where I want to be. I'm Cindy, and I'm here because I need this and I love it, and it's giving me the tools to have a beautiful lifestyle. And happy birthday, Kara. I'm Faye. I'm here for the positivity and the beautiful weather.
Amanda, and I'm here because I haven't been to a Monday night meeting for a while.
I'm Chris. I'm here at Racing because it helps keep me balanced and also the people and positivity.
I'm Andy, and I'm here to relate with others and to continue to grow in my recovery.
My name's Patrick, and I'm here for the positivity. This Monday night meeting's great. It's a great way to kind of end the day and start the week. There's a lot of good stuff in this book.
I'm Courtney, and I'm here for peer support and to remain teachable.
I'm Mike. I'm here also because there's a lot of great stuff in this book.
I'm Joe. I'm here because there's a lot of great stuff in this book. And Racing for Recovery is just just where I need to be right now.
I'm Eric, and I like Monday nights because there's a lot of really good stuff.
Jamie.
I'm Andre. I'm here for support and to give support, and I like the Monday book study.
I'm Joe. I come here to get inspired, and Monday nights are just a great way to start the week off, man.
I'm Rob. I'm here for the positivity and to continue to better my life. Since I've been coming here since April, this place has changed the way I think, the way I act, and it's very noticeable to everyone that knows me. I love it here. Thanks to everyone in here. Can't say enough.
I'm Sam. I'm here because I really enjoy this program. Missed a couple Mondays, so we're going to come back and check it out. And I enjoy the book.
Nice to see you.
I'm Megan. I'm here because I'm learning how to be the best version of myself, and this place has already taught me a lot, and to support everyone else on the same path.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here because I'd be lost without it.
Candace, I'm here to listen and learn and apply to life.
I'm Jake. I haven't been here in quite some time on a Monday, and it's really good to see some old and good to see new faces as well.
I'm Chris, and I'm here because everyone I meet in the world I learn something from, and the interactions I have at Racing for Recovery tend to make me grow to be a better person. I feel like, you know, some people I didn't even think I'd get along with or like become best friends, and it's just amazing. I think a lot of the things in the book are good, but I think when people apply those principles to their life, it's freaking amazing to watch them incorporate that lifestyle.
Well, my name's Kim, and this is my first book study. I thought I'd try something different. And I come here to, it helps me sustain my sobriety and helps me deal with and cope with life's hardships.
I'm Mel. I like the Monday book study as well. I come to Racing for Recovery because it reminds me why I started this journey. It keeps me grounded, it keeps me teachable and willing, and today I can be a good friend.
I'm Andy. I'm here to learn and keep the train rolling.
Jake, I'm here to learn and keep a clear mind and relate to others.
I'm Matt, and I'm here to stay centered and live in the present and open this pop so it doesn't get in the way of everybody else.
I like the timing on that. Well done, sir.
I'm Sarah. I'm here for the support and to learn. It's also my first book study, but how to become just a better version of me, and most of all, a better mom.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Deanna, and I'm here to spend some time around like-minded people who are on the same path, get some support, and it's kind of like my medicine, man, you know. Thanks.
I'm Lewis. I'm here for support, and just because I've met some great influences and wonderful people in here.
I'm Martina. I'm here, this is my first book study, but I'm here for support and to be supportive and hopefully grow to be a lot better than I used to be.
Justin, here because this place helps keep me clean.
I'm Brittany, and this is my first time here. I'm here to learn how to love myself.
Welcome.
I'm Darlene. I'm here because I chose to be here, and I was in a different program when I first came, and I noticed the people that were coming here, and they were all happy and like ready to go, not dragging their feet, going, God, do we really have to go there? You know, not that attitude. So I wanted to see what it was all about, so I stumbled across the parking lot, found my way over here, and I brought other people with me. I'm like, hey, looking over here. So that was my plan, and I'm glad to be here.
Nice. Glad you're here too.
I'm Brandy. I'm here to live a sober, active lifestyle and remain teachable.
I'm Kevin. I'm here for support and to stay sober.
Desi.
I'm Jessie. I'm here for an attitude adjustment.
I'm Bobby. I'm here because it's where I got a bit.
I'm Tyler. I'm here to remain teachable and to learn.
I'm Gary, Steven's dad. I'm here to spend time with him.
I'm Alexis, and I'm here to gain knowledge on how to better myself and help myself and to help others because I care.
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm going to try my hardest not to cry tonight, but I don't see that happening, so we'll see what happens tonight. I come here because this place is like a home to me. It's where I learn to get sober. It's where I continue to stay sober. It's where I see people flourish, grow, and become what they've always wanted to be. And it's just inspiring. It's beautiful. So I'm going to stick around. Who's Got the Answer by Donald D. Carr.
Answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand, they don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving, just show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise, there stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, racing for recovery.
Thanks, Megan.
You're welcome.
All right, announcements. It is Tara's birthday. Happy birthday. Other than that, what we got? Anything? The race coming up in October. It's going to be huge. Just keep patiently waiting. It'll be there before you know it. 9 months and counting. Got something?
Yesterday was my 60.
Nice. Awesome, man. No? Alright, cool. As you can see from the introductions, there are means for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors. No topics off limits. If you have a question or something you'd like to discuss, we encourage you to bring it up early so we have time to discuss it. With that being said, does anyone have anything they want to talk about before we get into the book? Anything good? Bad? Anything in between? Anything you want to get off your chest? Who wants to read? Alright, you guys can fight over it. No!
Alright, where are we at?
We're on page 30 of the introduction, the ones we've lost.
Mel can go first.
Yep.
The ones we've lost. Before I get into the meat of this book, I want to take a moment to remember two individuals whose lives ended prematurely and sadly. Todd Sporleader hanged himself on Good Friday, and his death haunted me for a while. I was with a client, and he sent me a message on Facebook. I sent back a note asking how he was doing and got this ominous reply. Not good, but it doesn't matter anyway. I couldn't leave my client, but I know well enough not to take those words lightly. So I sent back a message that said, come and see me, I'm here for you. But typically, when someone is in that headspace where suicide is the only way out, there's not much you can do to stop them. The next day, Todd hung himself. Part of me felt like I failed him, but I really did everything I could do. Todd, I'm sorry that you couldn't find the light button. Eric Floyd died on February 19, 2008 in a one-car accident in which alcohol was involved. I've remained in contact with his parents, Bob and Joanne, and his brother Michael. Eric had some problems leaving his drinking behind, but he was a great guy with a lot of promise, and he is missed by all of us at every Racing for Recovery meeting. It's an important point to make. Addiction and recovery are serious business. There are many, many stories of hope and victory, but this stuff can and does kill people. We're fighting a war and there will be casualties. Like a field commander, I've had to learn from them and move forward to help prevent more from happening. But every single person lives on as an inspiration to the rest of us. I'll stop there.
Okay, like I always say, there's a lot of good stuff in this book, especially what we just read. There's a lot of good stuff in here. But I'm going to have to footnote this little section right here at the end of what we read, but we never have to use drugs or alcohol ever again. No one else has to die. No one else has to be hurt. We can just stop using here on out. Who's got something to say about what we read? No, yeah.
As an alcoholic, I can say about losing someone, I've lost a lot of friends that were alcoholic, all my old drinking buddies and everything, and you wondered why their slow demise didn't have an effect on me. I guess I thought I wasn't an alcoholic and they were the ones. I don't know, it was just that you would think, I mean, I can't count them on both hands and both feet how many of my alcoholic friends have died. Accidents or cirrhosis of the liver. But like you say, it's a very strong disease. It's a life and death situation. And I'm glad I'm here, that's all.
Thanks, Andre.
My father hung himself when I was 16 years old after a long, long fight with alcoholism. I wish he'd found something like this, like I had. He did it, but he was still alive when my
Thanks, man.
Growing up, my best friend was killed in a one-car accident when I was 16, and drugs and alcohol were both involved. It was actually one of probably the two main catalysts that, like, pretty much after that happened, instead of me learning from the situation, I pretty much spiraled out until now, and that's been 24 years. And it's still tough to talk about, still tough to think about, but I'm glad that I am where I am. I wish that he may have gotten a chance, but he was really young. We all were. It's serious stuff. Between that and overdosing, I've seen death or even close to death too many times with it, and it can be stated more strongly than the fact that how serious it is actually life and death.
Scott?
I lost a friend yesterday to an overdose. And he's a good friend of mine. And that's the second one this month to OD. And it's fucked up that it's such a common thing now. People that are close to me are passing away from OD, and it's just like, yep, that happened. You know what I mean? Because it happens left and right. You know what I mean? You know, I was sad to do. You know, he dead as my homeboy, but you know what I mean? It's not. I can't say wow. You know, like no way. Like, you know what I mean? Even people like, there's even people that are dying right now that a lot of them are dying. I didn't even know they were fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he did that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's such a common ass thing nowadays. People just gone. You know what I mean? My whole generation just getting wiped out one by one, man. Crazy. That shit, right?
No.
Well, that's what I was gonna talk about and touch on kind of the same thing that he said is that, and what Andre said is, while I was out making bad choices with alcohol and watching everybody else do the same exact thing, you know, it's crazy that that's the insanity of the choice, I guess, because we choose to go back out, but the choice to still drink while we're watching the slow demise or we're attending funerals, but we're still, you know, I guess that's the insanity for me is that I saw the writing on the wall, but I just kept doing it. Even the consequences that I saw other people, places, and things have. So it is an insanity situation that we expect something different and we're watching. We expect something different for us, but we're watching our friends die all over the place. Like it's not going to happen to us. And all it takes is the, you know, when I was in rehab over Thanksgiving, I couldn't tell you how many people were in there for fentanyl, ODing on fentanyl. I mean, it's just, you don't know when your next chance is your last chance. So for me, I think it's like an observation of insanity. It is serious business, like Matt was saying. I mean, it is serious business to get sober these days because we don't know what poison is in the poisons that we're putting in us. So, you know. But with that, yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Before you go, Dean, this is a very serious matter, and that's why we've already had a bunch of really serious responses about it. But the most serious thing to think about is, yes, bad things happen, people pass away, people get hurt, accidents, what may have you, but how can we fix or help the situation at hand?
By staying sober.
Thanks. Yeah, and I've noticed that the longer that someone else stays sober, like hell, the reason we're all here today, all of us in this very room right now, is because one guy decided to stop using drugs and alcohol and start this in 2001. And now look where we are. If one guy can do that, and he's pretty cool, but like, if one guy can do that, think about what all of us can do too. Mm-hmm. It should be empowering. It shouldn't be something that we can just say, oh yeah, I'm sober, whoop-de-doo. No, you should be proud of what you're doing. You should relish in your accomplishments, and you should be inspiring to others, because it is serious business. So with that, Dean, take it away.
I lost my wife in 2017, May 1st, to cirrhosis. And I was still in my active addiction and doing my thing. And when that happened, I went totally ham. I went straight for 1 whole year. I didn't stop, non-stop, using, drinking. After I sat there and watched her die and held her hand on her last breath and everything like that, I still continued to do that same crazy behavior. I'm like, and I lost a lot of friends in between afterwards, and I just lost another one yesterday too. It's insanity. But the thing is, today, now, where I'm at, from back then, 10 months ago, to where I'm at today, I don't have to use because I have the tools not to use. And I gain those tools by coming to these meetings, by talking to people, by sharing, and by listening, and being teachable. So, we don't have to die over this. We don't. And it is all about choice. I came in them doors 10 months ago and they told me, you don't ever, ever, ever have to use again. I said, what? That's what they said. You don't ever, ever have to use again. And I took that and I embraced it and I ran with it. And that holds so true because it's all about choice. If I didn't want to quit using, I wouldn't be in this room right now.
At first, I just want to say that, you know, I guess for like the first time in my life, I can say that I'm like actually really grateful that I'm here and that, you know, because I can't even tell you the amount of times that I should have been dead. You know what I mean? Like throughout the years. It's been a long run, like in and out of different programs, different, you know, things I've tried, different whatever, and I don't know, for some reason, like this program just kind of clicked, you know, like it just makes more sense to me. And ironically, today is the 2-year anniversary of my brother dying. But what was weird was he actually had gotten sober and didn't realize he had a heart issue. And he spent 2 weeks with his newborn. You know, he got to spend 2 weeks, and then he just died of a heart attack. He was 24 years old. Yeah, he had already done too much damage from using. And, you know, he passed away. And so today's, you know, usually kind of hard for me, but I've just been thinking about things and trying to keep myself busy, you know, and yeah, you know, I have lost a collection of people, you know. I had a fiance, you know, die right in front of me. But I guess this time, like, you know, they always ask you, like, what are you going to do different? You know what I mean? Because clearly I keep doing the same thing, you know, and you know what they say about that. So I'm going to, you know, use those as lessons, you know, and learning experiences. And I know that people always say that, but like, you know, I just really take it to heart because for once I think about, you know, my family. Like, you know, if something like that were to happen to me, you know, what my family would go through. You know, my kids are older, so it would definitely be a lot harder on them, you know, and I don't know. It just, you know, it's rough and, you know, it sucks. But, you know, like you said, you know, like we can definitely get fired up, and there's, you know, there's ways that, you know, we can take stuff like that and turn it around and make it into something. And, you know, we're, like, all of us in this room have been brought through whatever we went through for a reason. Like, we're all here for a reason. We're all here, you know, to, whether it's to inspire somebody or, you know, to do something to help people or whatever it is, you know. And I don't know, I'm excited to find out what it is. You know what I mean? Like what, you know, what have I been brought through all this stuff for, you know? Patiently waiting, but it'll come.
Yeah. Patience is the hardest thing, too.
Oh, God. Don't pray for it.
Chris?
Yeah, this is definitely a serious topic. I was just thinking about what Scott was saying about how it's just so common. And I was thinking back to 2012. I remember I went to 4 funerals and 1 wedding that year. And that was the people that were close to me, you know, and that wasn't all the people that I knew that had passed away. And I remember thinking, you know, I'm turning 30 years old and I should be going to 4 weddings and 1 funeral, you know, like people should be starting their lives at 30, all my friends around me, not like ending their lives. And these are the people that I associate with on a common basis. And so fast forward, it just seems to happen more and more. And I don't like to dwell on, you know, like I lost this person or that person, because I feel like we can all relate. We've all lost people, but it's more like relating to those feelings of, like when he mentions the first guy, the Todd Spore leader, how when people are in that headspace, you know, that hopelessness, that despair, all those feelings that I've felt, that sadness, that being alone and isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. And then thinking about what Stephen, you mentioned about, you know, what this place brings me. And it's the opposite of all that. It's all those feelings of hope and gratitude and humility and empathy and willingness and open-mindedness and all that stuff, the honesty that just builds my character. And when I was introducing myself at the beginning, it's all the interactions I have from the different people in rooms like this when I enter Racing for Recovery, be it like, see my friend Jake just sits down next to me and I automatically, you know, lift it up by the people around me, just shaking hands and whatnot. And I wanted to mention that one line that says, but every single person lives on as an inspiration to the rest of us. So I try to not dwell on the loss and think about what each and every person brings to me that builds me up to save my life on a daily basis.
That was awesome, man. Thank you. Andy?
Yeah, what I can relate to this, and what I get out of it is addiction and recovery, it is serious business, and just the fact that if we're waking up sober today, we have an opportunity to live life at its fullest and try to take that we can take advantage of that, and that's what our passed on loved ones and friends would want us to do, you know. I've had a lot of friends pass away in the past few years, and I think in my heart that if they was to be looking down on me today, they would want me to just be sober and to be happy and try to take take advantage of the situation and the opportunity I have of being sober and try to live life to its fullest and make the best I can out of it. You know, I think that's the main thing of this, is to have empathy for the loss, but then can I turn that around and use that as strength and fuel to push me on to keep doing the right thing.
Thanks, Andy. What you said there that really stuck out to me was the fact of using someone else's, like, to me, like, I said this to my mom. I said, when my sister passed away, I said, now I have to live for the both of us. And that's some heavy shit to have to do that, because I can't mess up. Like, I can't do anything, like, wrong per se, because it's on the both of us now, and I'm carrying that. And that's hard. It's really hard, but it's empowering. Just like you said, it gives us hope. It gives us inspiration. It's those times when you don't want to stand up and do it, you have to do that day, that person has your back. And they can be shining down on you, saying like, hey, you got this, get off your ass and go swimming in the morning, do the yoga, go to work, get out of bed, make your bed, eat your oatmeal. You guys were here last week. I like it. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are paying attention. But it's true. You just gotta use that maybe traumatic experience of losing someone to empower you to live the life that you want to live. Kim, go for it.
You weren't supposed to cry because I'm really trying not to. But there's something I know. I think when I was in IOP last year, I had asked you, I think your sister had been gone like 2 years, and I asked you, how did you get through it? And you were like, well, me drinking wouldn't have helped any, and it wouldn't help my family, but you know, a lot of you guys know that, oh God. This is really good, the ones we lost, because my son passed away 30 days ago. I feel like a broken record. And part of this sticks out. Part of me felt like I failed him, but I really did everything I could. He was an alcoholic.
He was known to have alcoholic withdrawal seizures, sporadically. And yes, I can spell that. And we don't know if that's what caused it. It kind of looks what it looks like, and the thing is still pending. But he would be, I tried to get him in this program. He's deaf and he's fluent sign and stuff, and I went to Bieber and all them and said, would you get an interpreter? I tried to set everything up, and oh, I'm fine. And he'd get very defensive when I talked about any type of recovery or anything. And so, obviously as a mom, I feel like I failed him, but I did try. And so I was flabbergasted when the coroner told me that he may have died of pneumonia. And it could have maybe been prevented, so we don't know yet. But one thing I do know, I used to drink when it was raining, when it was snowing, when the sun was out. I haven't picked up a drink since he died. And I know that because of this program, I don't have to drink ever again. And I'm really in the most humble way, I'm so proud of myself. That's all.
Thanks, Kim. And don't feel like a broken record. That's what we're here for.
I know, but Todd Crandall said you can stand on the corner and hand out $5 bills and somebody will bitch and say, why aren't they $10 bills? So I don't know, Kim. I don't know.
It's all right. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Beth?
I'm Pat, and a lot of people will say to me, why do you come to these meetings? You're old. You don't have many more years to go. Not in here, so they don't say it. But I've been very fortunate in my life that I did not take up drugs and alcohol. I watched my father die, and he was like in his 70s, and they said, well, when he gets better, we can send him down to Lexington, Kentucky for rehab. And I knew my dad wouldn't want that, but anyway, he passed away. Through all of my years living, we all have hardships. And it's so hard for someone my age to look and see how many people I know who have passed away because of drugs and alcohol. I'm not perfect, I indulge myself in candy and cookies and overbuying. But the thing of it is when you have all these people around you and you see what they're going through, and it gets to your family where it involves drugs and stuff, then all of a sudden, I didn't go and drink and take drugs. I don't know how I got not to do that, but because of what had happened in my life with my family, it was so traumatic that I didn't want to live. I didn't want to see my grandkids die. I didn't want to see other people die. So I thought, well, I'll just commit suicide. This would be easier. It would be easier on me because I was tired of worrying about this. So I finally went for help and ended up in the hospital for 3 weeks. It was good for about 4 or 5 years and tried it again. It's not worth it. I'm 81 and I come here because I see the stories of people who have worked so hard to be 5 days, 30 days, 3 years, 5 years. It gives you hope. And I just wish other parents, grandparents who don't have anybody that has problems, come to these meetings. Educate yourself. You don't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. And I'm just so happy that I came to this because of all the people I've met and all the wonderful people who have recovered. And I like to come because when somebody says, I only have 5 days, 6 days, you all say, you have those days. So whatever you do, if you have an issue or a problem and it gets really bad, before you take that drink, before you take that drug, try to talk to someone. Either talk to a pastor, go to see a counselor, talk to somebody who's had the problems. Don't take the drugs and the alcohol. You're just killing yourself, and it's not fun to lose people. And believe me, I've seen so many die from drugs and alcohol. So I just want to thank everybody that's here for listening to me and knowing how much I care for all of you and for those who didn't make it. And I'm going to come Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays until I can't come anymore. And then they're going to stuff me and put me in this chair. And not only that, but I'm going to make a recording and sit it here and I put the hand up once in a while.
That is amazing.
Grandma.
Oh my gosh.
Well, at least it got people to laugh, but it was serious at the beginning.
Yeah, that's like my style right there. I pull that. I pull the very serious and then pull it with the laughs. But you just taught me, I think.
There's a lot of good things in this book.
Anyone next? Alright. Well, thank you, Pat. I remember when we were at the church in the basement, and Todd first called you Grace, and there's a reason behind that. I think you just showed that to everyone here.
And
Why?
Not everybody knows that story about Grace, and the first time, a couple times I came to the church, I had been invited by a friend, and Todd was talking about Grace. And gosh, the word just, so I went on social media, I went everywhere to look up what grace meant. Grace from God, whatever. And I had about 10 or 11 things. And it took me about a month. And I raised my hand and I read all the things about grace. And to this day, Todd still calls me Grace. And it was because of that one word. And I looked it up. And it really, one of the big things is meeting and getting together, communicating and caring for each other. I'm sure. But that's why they call me Grace.
Oh, I get it. Thanks, Pat.
I got so excited when I choked
I think like what Pat was saying, just to say it, I think that's why this time and this opportunity that I've had is because I've made myself more available to other people. Like when I first started coming into these rooms, I didn't want to like make friends. I didn't want that aspect of it, and then I don't know. I think that proper peer support is what you need, not only so that way you can have people to talk to when you need them, but also the accountability that if I make a bad choice or I do something, I'm going to have to answer to a lot more people than just myself. So the stronger, my network is of peer support, the more I want to keep moving forward because I don't want to disappoint other people or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm sober for myself, but when you start getting friends that actually really care about you, that become family like Pat's talking about, you don't want to disappoint them.
That's a lot of good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Cindy.
Well, I can't tell you the exact day or time, but the moment I became honest with myself changed my life. I seen other people believe in me when I didn't believe in myself. Memories came flooding back like the deep sadness. I watched my dad go through finding his mom with the bottle on the floor dead in her house. My kids' faces when they would take me for the 5th time to the hospital in the ambulance. And I don't remember what hour or day it was since I've been here, but I tell you, that did it. That honesty and that, it's like being reborn. It's just awesome. You know, I have that choice to never ever drink because this life we have now is just amazing.
It is amazing.
It is.
Thank you, Cindy. Frank, what's up?
Everybody's talking about loss and stuff. I mean, I don't know about friends and stuff because I'm a pretty independent person. Well, was until I came here. But the biggest loss I ever took was when they took my mom from me, you know. She went out to her car, well, told her husband to have to, you know, be safe going to work. Next thing they know, the maintenance man out there, my mom's right next to her car laying on the ground. So that's the biggest hurt that's hurt me, and I look at it like she would tell me to go on with my life, and I know she wasn't happy because she knew I drank, you know, and stuff like that, but to know now, I mean, if she could look down from heaven and stuff like that and see me now, I bet she'd be patting me on the back saying, good job. You know, I'm going to miss her. I'll get to see her again, so I'll just wait patiently.
Thanks, Frank. Come on, we don't want to read some more, do we?
Read.
What's up?
If you're talking about loss of money, we'll talk about it, I guess. And let's see, just this year it's been since maybe 2 months, I lost 8 people in 1 week. 2 in 1 day, you know. And last year I lost 37 people. And I don't know that I'm too much over any of that. You know, how does anybody get over losing someone that they love? I commend you for being here. I want you to know that. Because if I would have lost my child, I'm not so sure that I could come in here and even speak about it. Because I don't know what that pain would be like. I imagine the tears that you shed are nothing, sweetheart. You just keep shedding till you don't need to anymore, you know. But on the other hand, I lost an 18-year-old niece to suicide. And what's really messed up is that I've tried it myself several times. And don't even think about it when I do. It just comes into mind like I've had enough. And, you know, let's step in front of this semi here. It'll take care of it. Or, you know, what do I want to do? And I fight it a lot. And I know it's not the right answer, so, because it will hurt the people around me. You know, but even had to call my daughter today and tell her that, you know, I'm here for several reasons, but, you know, I don't even tell you when I tried to kill myself. I've never even began to tell you. Why would I tell you that? I don't want you to find me like that, you know? But to deal with it is not an easy thing. But to hear the people who are dealing with people who have taken their life, you know, I mean, survivors of people who have taken their lives, it's just not right for anybody to have to go through that. But it just feels like when the person that's from the other side, it feels like you can't think of anything else at that time. You can't think of a way to not do that. It's like, there's just no other way. I'm worthless, I can't, make up for the mistakes that I've made. Wouldn't life just be better without me? Instead of being so messed up. So, on that hand, that's how I feel sometimes, quite a bit. And, but by the same token, I'll be the first person singing in a funeral. Or this, you know what I mean, for the people who have lost their family. And I'm not quite sure where I'm at right now in this whole deal, other than I'm here and grateful that I am, and I'm grateful to everyone who is here for me. For that, I thank you. And that's about all I can handle right now.
All right, thank you, and thank you for just being here and sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tanya.
My name is Tanya. I'm not real good at talking in front of a group of people, so this is going out my comfort zone, really. But I don't know how to necessarily, when I hear you guys talk about what we're talking about tonight, for me, I had made a choice to go back out using after 13 years clean, because I had witnessed something so traumatic of my husband getting killed with my children, had stabbed my husband over domestic violence, which I know that is not the same as what everyone else is talking about, but it's still a death. And it's something that had took me back out of my recovery. And I'm not knowing how to be a single mother and a father to my kids, but I know that hearing all these stories tonight has helped me, because I know that I don't want to go back out and use today, because I don't want my kids that need me, because I'm all they got. They don't have their father now. So I know that if I continue to use like I did before, I would be dead today, and my kids would have another parent that's gone. And so for that, all you guys have really given me strength by giving your guys a story tonight, and that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Tanya.
I'm actually glad that this is my first night here. I've been struggling with my depression a lot. In my lifetime, I've had 16 failed attempts at suicide. And at 13, I spent a couple weeks in a psychiatric unit with somebody that I actually knew, got real close to. When we were 14 years old, he committed suicide, and he was the one person who I felt truly understood. Hearing some of the stories, especially yours, I don't feel so alone at the moment. So I kind of feel like the universe is kind of coming into play right now, and that this is my first night here. So, thank you for listening and being able to share that is beneficial, because that is something that's played a huge part in my lack of self-love with using or drinking or being promiscuous and not caring about what's happening to me. When you try committing suicide that many times and you fail at that, you just don't care what you're doing to yourself anymore. I want to care. So.
We're glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really happy that we're all here together right now. I'm happy this was your first meeting, and it just seems that it just hit really home.
Yeah.
And usually at the meetings that I don't want to go to, the ones that I say, man, I don't even think I should even go tonight because XYZ, are the ones that are like, hey, this is the best meeting for you at this moment, you should have been there, you are here, great. Like, it's just like, yeah, exactly, it's just like hitting you in the face throughout the whole meeting, like, hey, I'm glad you're here. And we're glad you're here, so keep coming back, because this, it says in the very beginning, the first thing I read before we start reading, or start the meeting, it says, our meetings are for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors. That's not just drug and alcohol use, that's everything else that we hurt ourselves with. So I'm glad you're here, I'm glad you don't feel alone, I'm glad we can all be here, because this has truly been an awesome meeting, so thank you. With that being said, Patrick, do you have it?
Yeah.
Good.
Autobiography in 5 Short Chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Carry your hooks up front, push your chairs in, thanks for coming, everybody.